Greetings everyone, are you a gamer and you've wished you could do something with these consoles to get them out of the way, or even some computer hardware and your controllers? In today's video I'm going to show you how easy it is using a kit from a company called HIDEit Mounts to get these consoles up on the wall or even tucked behind your monitor for a nice clean look. Check it out. Gaming consoles are just getting ridiculous with their look, their size, their shapes. I only have two here, but I know some gamers that have one of everything, including PC hardware and things like that. And it's just starting to get really unorganized and clunky looking. This is the PS5. I mean, this thing is such a weird shape. And then, of course, the Nintendo Switch. So there's a company called HIDEit Mounts that creates hardware for you to be able to mount these things on the wall for a nice clean look. The first thing you want to do is figure out where you want to mount your console. I'm going to go ahead and put these out on display, but just get them up on the wall and free up this desk space. I also got the mounts for the controller. What I'm thinking about doing is putting the PS5 here, the Nintendo Switch here, and then the controllers underneath. But I want to have it nice and level, so this is kind of the area I'm going to work in here. And I'm going to start with the PS5. That's the biggest and oddest shape. The Nintendo Switch is more like a rectangle, so that's going to be pretty easy to just put up there in line with the PS5, I hope. So let's get this opened up. Real simple. This is looks like a real nice solid bracket here to hold that, and of course all the mounting hardware. Some simple screws, some anchors. If you're not putting the screw right into the wall stud, you can use these anchors. Please use your anchors. You have to use the anchors if you're not driving the screw into the wall stud. Otherwise, this expensive piece of hardware is going to come crashing down off the wall. Make sure you use your anchors. I'll show you how to do that. The tools you're going to need for this project, pretty straightforward and simple. You're going to need a drill and a drill bit. The directions call for a 3/16 drill bit for the wall anchors if you're going right into the drywall. If you prefer to mount this to a wall stud, you will need a stud finder to help you find that. Makes it a lot easier. And then of course you're going to need a light hammer to drive the wall anchors, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a level, making sure these are nice and straight, level. You don't want them leaning one way or another. Alright, I got my laser level up there. It's right in line with my speaker shelf. And then of course I turn the PS5 to the side just so I can get an idea for the width. I mount the bracket somewhere like here. But I'm going to go ahead and check, make sure that it's free and clear of any wall studs. If there happens to be a wall stud right there, lucky me, I'll just mount it right to the wall stud. Looks like the wall stud is about right there, so I'm free and clear. So I'm going to go ahead and position this. And again, I'm going to mark just one of the mounting holes. The top one. And go ahead and put this in place, then get it level, and then mark the rest. Here's a tip. They actually put this in the instructions. Take a damp paper towel, just kind of hold it underneath. What it's going to do is collect all the dust that's made from the drywall as you drill into it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put in my wall anchor. Real easy. And now I'm going to go ahead and, I'm not going to like secure this like super tight obviously. Ran into a slight problem. The drill bit size they recommended was a 3/16, so when I went to drive the screw into the wall anchor, it actually pushed it through my drywall, and I lost it. It's in there somewhere. So I've got 3 more because this has 4 mounting holes here. I'm going to go ahead and get this level and mark the rest of my mounting points, but I'm going to back off on the size of the drill bit. So I just put the drill bit in there to hold it. I'm going to get my level, Make sure it's good and level, right on the money. And mark the rest of the mounting points. And then I'm going to go to the workshop and see if I've got another wall anchor to use, since I lost one. Alright, that's the last one of those. It's a good point. You can always start with a smaller drill bit, and if it's too small, work your way up. If it's too big, you obviously cannot go back. So I ended up using a 5/32 drill bit for the remaining, and I was able to find an anchor to fill that one. Tap these in. Go ahead and put the screw through it and into the wall anchor. They don't need to be super tight. That's perfect. And the kit comes with another screw that goes into the base of the PlayStation. So it looks like there's a hook here. Maybe you slide it like so. And then you need to line up the bottom and go ahead and put the screw in place. And again, this is not something that I would over tighten. And that's on there. Good to go. Alright, getting ready for the Nintendo Switch, and I was going to put it over here. However, one thing I failed to do was take into account the cabling. So the PlayStation, the cabling comes out, if you're looking at it, the left side. On the Nintendo Switch, it comes out on the right side, and I'm gonna run into problems there. So I have to be a little flexible. I'm gonna put it down below. You may not have that flexibility, so make sure you take into account the size, the location, the size of the console, and the cabling that goes with each of them. Alright, so everything's pretty much the same, just a different looking bracket. Just gonna finish securing this. Looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna take my switch, and everything slides into the bracket like this. And I can place this back. And my cables have a place to go. Now for the controllers, I think I'm just going to put them on this side over here. Very simple setup here. It's just a bracket secured to the wall, and then your controller will rest like so. And there we go. There's my controller. All right. That takes care of Nintendo Switch controller. Now it's time to clean up this mess, get things squared away. And there you have it. Up on the wall, out of the way. Look at all this desk space I have now. So much more room for activities. This was great. Real easy to do. Really impressed with the HIDEit mount kits. Ran into a few setbacks, but nothing too critical. Had the issue with the wall anchor. The other issue was something that I messed up on. I didn't take into consideration the wiring. There are ways you can hide this wiring if you don't want to see that. There's another video that I made on how to get this kind of wiring inside the wall, so be sure to check that out. I'll drop a link up above. But I'm pretty happy with that. I got no issues with this type of setup at all. Really nice, really clean. You can't even see the mounting brackets themselves. They're virtually hidden all tucked behind the consoles, which really looks nice and clean. And like I said, they have options for other consoles, and even lighting if you want to do that, to have that glowing effect behind your gaming systems. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, be sure to drop me a thumb. I really appreciate that. Also consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think of these HIDEit mount kits. They're pretty cool in my opinion. I'm the capable gentleman showing you ways to go from dirty to dapper and to encourage you to never stop learning. Until next time, be kind, everyone. See you next week.